Yeah, it's the real uncensored Browns fan, and I'm tuning in after we just finished our draft. Um, I'm doing this right after I woke up out of my sleep. Thought about our last draft pick, and instantly got so angry I couldn't go right back to sleep. I'm tired, but I'm not tired enough. Like for some reason, when I woke up and I realized that we drafted a Michigan player, um, it was just I don't know. I was just like struck, like mind blown. Like I couldn't even believe it. And and please forgive me, man, because I'm sure these are some fine young men, and and I really didn't watch college football like that, and I didn't do any really reporting, staff reporting. The dudes that I even wanted, they didn't even get picked up. So I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know, but for whatever reason, they didn't get picked up. That's fine. That was one time that out of these past 2 years that we didn't get not one of the dudes I really like, not one of them. But Isaiah Simmons, not anybody. I mean, we got Jedrick, we got big red wheels, but um, you know, and that was a good pick. I thought after day one, I was just like, all right, solid pick. You know, what can you do? After day two, I was like, like good picks, but I kind of felt like we went a little too strong with the LSU thing. I just felt like they got caught into the LSU hype. Um, it, at least like, especially man. All right, look, all right. Let me stop first. All right, day two, that's what I was thinking. Day three, that's when I knew that we had a problem. And after overall, I feel like this is very similar. It feel very similar to like Sashi Brown picks. Swear it do. I think it feel very similar to Sashi Brown picks, and that got me worried. And it also got me missing John Dorsey. It got me. It really got me missing John Dorsey, man. Maybe if it's not too late, he'll come back. But I don't know, man. Like we had the season ain't started yet. We need to give some of these people a chance. But man, John Dorsey would have never, like, don't get me wrong, he only been here for 2 drafts, but I don't think I think John Dorsey was like that's why I miss John Dorsey so much because he was one of us. He embraced the Browns, he embraced being a Northeast Ohioan, like he knew the traditions. He was a traditional guy, hence us going back to the traditional jerseys. After yesterday's draft, it's clear that this unit isn't focused on tradition. They're not focused on how do we react to things. Um, Truthfully, I oh my gosh. Okay, so what I got a problem with day two? The first pick was fine. You don't gotta go wrong with there. The second pick is okay too. That's fine or whatever. The third pick, by that point, when they drafted another LSU player, when there was one from Ohio State right after him, I'm like, well, obviously the drop off, maybe, I mean, obviously on boards it's different, but the drop off isn't that different. So they could have got that Ohio State guy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm thinking like, damn, like that's how I felt. I'm like, all right, where's the Ohio State players? So it and then they drafted a. So then we get into day 3. We draft a center, and then we draft a Michigan player, man. And it was like, bro, like I thought y'all got it. Like I really thought y'all got it. And look at look at Baltimore, man. Look at I mean they drafted so many Ohio State players, man. Like we don't have not one. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what I said in the last video that I really, unless they won championships or whatever like that, I really didn't look too much into. I didn't really see too much but I'm sure. And speaking of Ohio State, since we ain't drafted, he's undrafted. We also need to get Rashard Berry, from Ohio State. You know, take a look at him. He's a tight end, um, and give him a shot. You know, in tryouts or whatever like that. But um, but no, really. And I say Rashard Berry because he's from Northeast Ohio. But seriously, like after this draft, I literally felt like I don't know what to think. I feel like it's almost like putting water in oil. It's clear that the people that John Dorsey felt had talent and had like John Dorsey was thought like me. You know what I'm saying? And he thought traditionally. He thought he he wasn't even there long, and he knew what direction we needed to go in. What the direction this new staff is going in, I swear, bro, I feel like this is 2016 all over again. And don't get me wrong, I haven't played a single snap yet, and we gotta wait and see what happens. But truth, other than the first round pick, other than day 1, they nailed day 1. Day 2 is kind of and day 3 is really just like dog WTF, like what the fuck. So, um, look, let's say like this, man. The Michigan players stay on the team. I'm not cheering. Period. I'm not fucking cheering. Like that's not happening. You know, he could catch the ball, he could score a touchdown, blah blah. Like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be happy. Like all right, we scored points and looking, but for real, I'm not cheering. You know, and I get it. The locker room got to deal with it. They the players. They the ones that's playing. You know, it's really up to them. It's not really up to, what us fans think. However, it is us fans that are buying the products, buying the merchandise, and supporting this team that's out here fucking making dumbass videos and all this other stuff. Like, and I mean, I'll just do this just because it's my hobby. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wrote me a comment talking about I need to get a life. I mean, whatever. If you want to say that, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't have a life because I do whatever million other people do in their fucking life. But anyway, I know, right? It's not like I was really hurt about that. I'm not. But no, man. I, like I'm not cheering. I'm not cheering for no Michigan player. Like I just can't do it. I'm not wired like that. I just don't do it. Like you from like Cleveland. I'm glad they got rid of. I'm glad they got rid of Cleveland on their jerseys, but the makeup, the mental makeup, the way it started, everything is about. It's a part of us. You know what I'm saying? So if a part of us, most of us at least, are Buckeye fans, it's like naturally we don't go for Michigan, regardless of what franchise it is, regardless of. I get it. We're grown. They're grown now, and the locker room has to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Same way, Mac Wilson has to be friends with somebody in his locker room and things like that. But like I understand that, but the whole issue is that it's the fans. It's the fans that's supporting the team. Okay, and if majority of the fans don't like Michigan, then you just don't go that way, man. Like it don't matter about Baltimore. It don't matter about Steelers. Like I get it. Like that's not fair. Why do we have to be on a limit where we just can't draft Michigan players? It's just the way it is. In Pittsburgh, they don't have no good football school where they really, you know what I mean, like Penn State fans, blah blah, and they really have to. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody cares about that. Not at least I mean I didn't grow up there, so I don't feel that way. And then the same thing with Baltimore. Like they what they got like Maryland University, they suck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are they gonna say? You know, like other than like the coaches being like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's the fans. It's the fans that's supporting this, and then the fact that they would just go against us like that just shows right now to me that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. That they don't embrace our tradition. They embrace the culture. John Dorsey was establishing a culture. Yeah, you could argue and say the people that he was bringing in had bad character or whatever like that, or had character issues. I don't want to say bad character, but you know what I mean, had character issues. But no, bro, they didn't. John Dorsey didn't do this. John Dorsey would have never. I don't think he would have never drafted a Michigan player, man. And it's just ridiculous that Andrew Berry and I'm fucking worried. I'm worried about this team now. I'm literally after the draft. That made me sit up here and question myself and ask, like, did they really see talent, or did they um just go through the analytics and pick on paper, you know, what the papers say that they should pick. You know what I'm saying? Was this a real gut feel as far as like these are gonna be some good people, or is it what Kevin said, we're looking for good people that are good players? Like, oh my gosh, like I'm tired of that phrase already. I'm tired, man. I'm done, dog. I'm like, I look. You know what? The Michigan player, he could be on our team. I'm not fucking cheering. I'm not cheering for that. He get the ball in his hand. I'm not cheering. It's gonna be quiet. You gonna hear the other team's fans more. If we even have fans in the stadium, I don't know what the hell is gonna happen. You know what I mean? It is kind of depressing. But this shit just made it extra depressing. This made everything just even worse. Picking the Michigan player, man. I know you can say what the fuck you want to say about me or whatever. Oh, you suck, blah, blah, you're stupid. That's fine. But look, man, there's just a way about going things, and I get it. The fans don't play the games. We're not the ones that's in there. We're just cheering. We're just supporting. We're just giving the money. We're just helping the owners be able to support this team, even though they got buku money and they probably don't need it. Well, I'm sure they need our help too. Shit, because I mean, if we wasn't really invested into the team, they would fucking just leave. But you can't. You don't pay us back like this. You don't pay us back by giving us a fucking Michigan player. It just don't work like that. And where the Kareem Hunt jerseys at, by the way? Like I want a Kareem Hunt jersey. I want the white one with that 27 on it, man. Like that shit look I think it would be raw, but whatever, man. Bring back Dorsey. I miss Dorsey, man. Dorsey, even though he ain't hit on all his picks, I mean, this they have not played yet. I'm sure that they're not as bad as what they seem, and I know my biasness is getting in the way of a lot of things. I need to give them a chance, but I don't give Michigan a chance. I just don't. I don't care. I just don't. It's petty. It's stupid. I get it. I'll say it again though. I miss Dorsey. I don't think Dorsey would have ever done this. I don't think he would have never done it. And that just goes to show that we went to the same old Browns. We're back to the same old Browns. Like last year was one thing, but the hype, everything like that, it's different for me. I'm not feeling very enthusiastic no more. It just seems like the same old Browns. But then again, it's my team. I'ma still support them because it's the Browns. But I'm fucking not cheering for no Michigan player. Period. Dot blank. You know what? He could quit on us, whatever. I'm I'm hazing until we get Michigan out of here, man. We just pulled out Julius Peppers, and like I like Julius Peppers. He was cool, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was cool, man. He was a decent player, but come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Wow. Just wow. Hopefully I can go to sleep now. Now I got this shit off my fucking chest, man, because I'll post this later. You know, I ain't gonna post it right away because that means I gotta stay up longer and I want to go to bed. But yeah, man. After the whole Browns draft, man, it felt different. It definitely didn't feel like a Dorsey draft. Dorsey's draft, even though, like I said, all of the, the Corbett didn't pan out. Uh, who else didn't pan out? Um, uh, we got a couple guys that didn't pan out with us right now. That ain't with us right now. I think. Let me see. Um, oh, Javard Avery and stuff like that. We got a couple dudes from John Dorsey's pick that ain't with the team right now. I understand that. I recognize that. Um, but nonetheless, he he had a way of building this team, and the team that was getting built had a way of just being winners, man. Compared to last year's draft and the past 2 year draft to this draft, it feels a lot similar to 2016 draft, which makes me feel like what's going on with this team. And that's just it, man. I'm about to go to bed now. Peace.